Woody Allen, welcome to Fresh Air. It's
Hi.
interesting. Hi. At least three of your films kind of start with the same premise. I'm wondering, why has this question framed several of your movies that life is hard, life is full of pain, but life is short, so do what you can to get some pleasure?
Well, this is hardly an original thought with me. I mean, down through the ages, all the important writers and all the important philosophers have, in one form or another, come to the conclusion, the obvious conclusion, that life is a terrible trial and very harsh and very full of suffering, and so whatever you can do with the stipulation that you don't hurt anybody without ruining a life here or there or causing any damage, there's nothing wrong with it.
So when we talk about making movies, does that give you pleasure? Like, what's the what's the ratio of pleasure and pain in making a film?
Well, it's a different kind of pain. It's, you see, making a movie is a great distraction from the real agonies of the world. It's an overwhelmingly difficult thing to do. You've got to deal with actors and temperaments and scripts and second acts and third acts and camera work and costumes and sets and editing and music, and there's enough in that to keep you distracted almost all the time. And if I'm locked into what would appear to be a painful situation because half my movie works, let's say, and the whole second half of it doesn't work, or a character in my movie is terrible, or you don't believe the love story or something, these are all problems that are, or generally are, solvable with reshooting, with editing, with thinking, diagnosing what's wrong, and they distract you from the real problems of life, which are unsolvable and very painful problems. Also, in the problems of movie making, if you don't solve your problem, all that happens to you is that your movie bombs. So the movie's terrible. So people don't come to see it. Critics don't like it. The public doesn't like it. This is hardly a terrible punishment in life compared to what you're given out in the real world of human existence.
So may I ask, what are some of the real problems that making movies distracts you from?
Well, they distract me from the same problems that you face or that anyone faces. The uncertainty of life and inevitability of aging and death of loved ones and mass killings and starvations and holocausts, and not just the man-made carnage, but the existential position that you're in, being in a world where you have no idea what's going on, why you're here, or what possible meaning your life can have, and the conclusion that you come to after a while that there is really no meaning to it, and it's just a random, meaningless event. And these are pretty depressing thoughts, and if you spend much time thinking about them, not only can't you resolve them, but you sit frozen in your seat. You can't even get up to have your lunch. So it's better to, distract yourself. And people distract themselves creatively, in the arts. They distract themselves in business or by following baseball teams and worrying over batting averages and who wins the pennant. And these are all things that you do and focus on
So,
rather
so
than
I'm sorry.
sit home and worry.